I know for a fact that every woman on this planet, every single one of y'all is bi. All of you are. What sucks is when you find out that all the really fun women, they're just bipolar, not bisexual. If you're not laughing, take your medicine, Becky.
So, before we keep going, I want to intro so people can find you.
Oh, are we going?
I think so.
We're going?
Right?
Okay, cool.
We don't always cold start, but that was probably...
I saw you do like a thing, and I was like, I figured we were going, so...
Right. Well,
yeah.
Usually I have to intro, because usually we get all the bad shit out first, but
Yeah.
we're always just bad, so right now it's been good.
Second coffee in the last 2 hours, dude. So
You're going.
I need to go. It's going to be now. You know, like when you go to take a drug test, you're like, oh, sit down. You're like, I took the drink to clean my pee. I got to go now, lady. I'm ready to go.
I'm on a timetable. Come on.
You seen Boogie Nights?
Yes.
It's my big Jack, and I want to now. Yeah. I think about that all the time. But it's my big Jack.
I wish that could be the name of the episode.
I know.
It's
If
America.
YouTube wasn't fucking gay.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I named my episodes such dumb shit. The one I just put out earlier this week was called Scraping the Poop Pipe. And that's like one of the cleanest ones I've done in a while. Sometimes it's like who were to shout out Miles Francis we were talking to. He did one of my first episodes ever, and it was something he said, but we named the episode Michael Jackson is innocent, God is guilty. Yeah. And since then they're like, you're not in the algorithm. No, already.
One and done.
Yeah, you got 4 episodes in, and this is where you are now. Yeah.
You didn't do much with it. No, ours is always like we get about 75% done editing the episode, and he looks at me and goes, we don't have a name for it. I go,
Yeah.
so I listen to the best 2 to 3 word phrase, and then that's it. You're like, all right, butthole surfers, that's what it is.
I try to make a mental note as it's going through, because I mean, on mine I moderate. I don't have like a producer or anything. We're not fancy like that.
Right.
But I literally will take a note in my phone, because we'll show videos and we'll pause for do stuff in post. That's lingo, if y'all don't know.
That's all him. He's so
yeah,
good at it.
Dude. They don't understand the work it goes into.
Oh, no.
Editing and going through and taking out all the songs.
Hey, but a lot of those are his. A lot of those that he has to take out.
You do like 90% of them.
I do a lot of. You do a lot of.
Are fine, and so are words, dude. Also, they weren't even upset with the word till somebody told them. Okay,
Exactly.
let's be honest
Yeah.
here. So.
Yeah. I mean, like Liz Mealy put out a special a while back, and she got demonetized because she called her cat at the 40-minute mark.
See, my special's done now, and nope. I cut out the word, and which was a crowd work thing, anyways.
Right. So it's
And I didn't really want to do crowd work for my special. There's a couple little things, but I wanted to just old school comedian. Here's a bunch of jokes, and I still with the crowd. So,
right,
but, yeah.
and that's what's fun. And before I keep forgetting, because my ADHD is terrible.
Yeah.
On today's episode, thank you for watching another episode. We've got a great one on deck. I've been waiting to have this one for a while. Y'all get ready at home for Mikey B. He's got a special coming out. It was shot at the Addison Improv, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So what went into making that special? Like
Money, 10 years, and grief and anxiety. Not grief, anxiety, and I mean a lot, really. We filmed it in May. The Improv named it Cinco de Mikey was the name of the event or the show. That's not the name of the special.
Right.
But I was like, I wish I would have thought of that name. But the Improv was like, no, we'll call it Cinco de Mikey. And I was like, that's so good. I'm so mad right now at myself. But no, it's called Honorable Scumbag.
which is a great name.
2 words to sum me up. I was just to the point. I just wanted something that would just sum me up. And I was thinking the idea of like scumbag with a heart of gold.
Right.
But that's too long. And I was like honorable scumbag, which I feel like some people think I'm like honored into scumbagism, which I'm actually head of the table.
You're dothed.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been knighted.
I'm doth scumbag or whatever the you want to call it. But yeah, but it's we filmed it May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Comes out January 1st, 10 a.m. on YouTube. If I don't stutter and just okay, y'all hate me. Just turn the camera off. Fucking hate when I stutter, dude.
So
I'm
bad.
messing with a word. But yeah, YouTube 10 a.m. Honorable Scumbag. It's on my page. I'm at Mikey B the Comic everywhere, from YouTube to Instagram, TikTok. Watch it. It's fun. I've watched it like 9 times for editing. I fucking hate it, but also I still kind of I'm still like proud of it. It's like the best thing I've ever done in comedy, because I've done a lot of janky and like videos that look bad and just janky situations.
Things
but
to
this
learn
one's
from.
it's like 6 or 7 cameras, had a camera crew, shot it in 5K. We're putting down 4K because y'all can't catch up, but it'll be out. And I'm already posting stuff on my Instagram and stuff. I haven't posted a full joke yet, but I cut 3 yesterday, and I'm going to post one tomorrow. So I'll post an actual joke from it.
What's your post special coming out posting going to be like? Are you going to keep posting clips, or are you going to wait a while?
I'm not going to stop. I'm going to be so annoying, dude. I'm going to, like a couple clips a week, different clips.
Right.
But I have basically an hour to chop up now. But I mean, a lot of what I do is stories. So I mean, there's chunks of it that it's hard for me to, I don't want it to look all choppy. I want it to make sense, but a lot of it's like personal stories about like just all kinds of in my life.
At that point, since you're going to already be posting in surplus and people are going to be looking back on it rather than catching it as it's coming out, I'd just do parts. That's what we started figuring out is like one time I got a 4-minute clip into 90 seconds, and that I took me 3 days of micro cutting just a bunch of things out.
Yeah.
And as soon as I did that, took the next 4-minute clip and made it a part, and it did equally as well.
Yeah, I've done that with, there's a joke that's on the special I posted a while back, but I mean, the special's like the best version of some of these. Right. But that one I had to do in 3 or 4 parts just because it was, it's a great story. And I mean, it's not like it's all set up in this video. Then there's like tag. It's a great story. And there's just so many, and it just keeps building up, and then you think it's over. And then I try to just keep swinging on it.
You also don't have to leave that in there. If you want to hold it, you can.
It does kind of feel like a protruding at my face right now.
Yeah, and it feels way more professional than this place has ever been.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going to leave it, because I hold my microphone. Actually, I just got stands on mine. That's right. But I'm gonna leave it for now because I'm lazy, high, and on coffee. I'm like on a speedball right now.
You're back in the middle, but it's a weird middle. Yeah. It's a vibrating middle.
Yeah. But yes, what goes into the special, like for me, it was rough too, because when most people do their special, they do like 2, 3, 4, 5 shows, and then they chop it together. I had one shot.
That's what I was going to ask.
You had the one show to do it, one shot. It was a great crowd. We, if you know industry terms, we broke a curtain at the Improv, so not just the front section was full.
So
there was
moved
people.
Into the
there was people in the back too.
Hell yeah!
And it was great, man. The one show it was perfect. It couldn't have worked out better for me. Which usually everything like falls apart, but it all came together, and I'm actually really proud of it.
That's awesome, man, because
it looks real good.
Thanks, man.
It looks really good. We see in some clips and some posts you have, and I love the banner you have on the back. Since I'm guessing improv.
Yeah. They pitched it to me as they said, you can do it here, but you got to cover the improv sign since we're not like sponsoring it. And I was like, okay, I understand, which was kind of cool to have your own thing.
Right.
But then they had to throw in, we made Brendan Schaub do it. I was like, you're going to associate me with that. Right? Yeah. Like, and I work with Brendan. He's a nice guy, but he had the worst special like of all time there at the same improv at the same club, and I think the thing got chopped down to like 25 minutes or something like that.
Really? From an hour?
Yeah, from like 45 or an hour. It got chopped way down, and he called it Gringo Poppy, I think.
Oh yeah,
and I was trying to get the same stage set that he had, because I was going to do it with his stage set instead of mine, and I was going to call it like Poppy Deuce or Gringo's Back Baby or something like that. But they had just gotten rid of the set, and I was like, I would love to use that.
They should just start auctioning like that off.
Well, it sat there. The Improv said it sat there forever in their storage, and then finally I don't know if they threw it out or somebody took it or whatever.
There's got to be one Brendan Schaub fan somewhere out there that would pay high dollar for it, because he stands on business about Brendan Schaub.
Oh, dude, he does. I worked with him, and honestly, it was a great weekend. His fans spent money. I sold stickers, and just off merch alone, I made like $600 just for stickers. And I wouldn't even like selling them. I was taking donations. I'm like, oh, whatever. Just no change. I'm not a hobo.
Right.
Like, I'm not far from it, but yeah. Just
you're an honorable scumbag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I have a QR thing set up, so I'm like, if you can't afford it, I still want you to be able to take some. So I mean, follow me on Instagram and I'll give you a free sticker or two.
That's what I want to do so bad.
Those are fans that'll actually like engage and come back, and they'll appreciate that, because I've been to shows where I couldn't afford merch, and I don't know. I was like, it's a sticker. It don't cost that much.
And like I did, he and I got to go see Big J, and he did a Thursday show. And we specifically wanted to do that one. And I know that, and I sit there with my arms crossed the whole time while I'm at the comedy show. I'm having a good time. I'm smiling. I'm laughing. But I still know, as a comic, I look at him like, my arms are crossed. I probably look like a piece of in the front
Yeah.
row.
Or a Target. It's like, that's the guy I got to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I think he never once like pitched at me, so I don't think he felt like he had to break me. So maybe I was doing all right.
Maybe he thought you were so unfunny he couldn't work with you.
He's not wrong. I did text him and ask if I could work the next day, and he did not respond.
Yeah.
No, we just had that one stupid bag next to us.
He did lightning rod all of the away from us.
And he wanted it. Yeah.
He told... we sat next to him, and within 30 seconds, he was telling Blake that he was an Elvis impersonator, right?
Yeah.
An Elvis impersonator, and...
He was in a band called...
the Cyclones.
The
I'll never fucking forget that. Shitty name.
Have you ever seen 3,000 Miles to Graceland?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta speaking of what you're talking about there, you gotta watch that. It's a movie of Elvis impersonators that all believe they're illegitimate sons of Elvis, but it's like a heist movie. It's like a robbery in Vegas and like murder and all this stuff. It's a classic movie from the 90s with like Kurt Russell, Courtney Cox in it, and she's hot as fuck in that movie.
Courtney Cox is in it?
Yeah, Courtney Cox. This is like when Friends. It's like mid 90s. So I mean, she was so hot. She was very. I think this is the hottest she's ever been. Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Like fart my breakfast. I don't care.
Yeah, the only one on that really can't get it is Phoebe.
She can still get it, dude.
Yeah.
Who are you down here swinging up at the Queens telling them they can't have your peasant dick, dude? If she wants your you say, yes, ma'am, may I have another? That was a lovely tea party.
That's true, but I have a coping mechanism, and it's where I break down women before they even can turn me down.
Oh, negging.
Yeah.
Yeah, the N-word.
No.
Yeah, you neg them out. You neg them out.
No, I don't talk to her. I'm just like, I'm not even going to waste my time. She's got a pouty lip I don't like. I'm nitpicking because
Who doesn't
I'm
like
scared.
A pouty lip?
Yeah, it was a bad one.
Yeah. That's a bad one to pick. It's like, I don't want to on her glasses. It's like saying...
The thing was, in my head, I've got big nose, and that's where I went first. I'm like, no, I like big noses. That's my weird. What's a weird flaw you look for?
Look for as a positive or a negative?
It's a
positive.
A positive?
Like
all the flaws.
Oh.
Give me all the flaws.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, your
Weak antelope in the
your
pack,
uncle
right.
was. Oh yeah. Everybody had a bad uncle. Yeah. Hey. What are you doing after this?
Catholic girls' school. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Of
You
course.
hungry?
She doesn't even have to be a Catholic schoolgirl. As long as she wears the skirt. I mean, like, I can pretend. I mean, I watch Step
Don't
Bro
mind going
porn.
to Goodwill? Yeah.
Yeah, not at all, dude.
Why not? I want to get stuck in that dryer over
That's
there?
actually where I go looking for one, is Goodwill. Hopefully, they're looking to do some Goodwill.
It's always so funny to me. Like, all those people that are in a Goodwill, like, half of them are needing to be at that Goodwill, and half of them are worth more than everything in that Goodwill combined.
Yeah, there's no middle. Yeah.
And it's just like, I shop poor because I'm rich. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
Thanks for
I shot pork. You already wore it in for me. Thanks.
Yeah. I was tired of working it in.
Yeah. I actually own this store. I just bought it for like $27. So.
Oh my God, look how ugly this dress is. It's so ironic. I'm wearing it. Oh, my sister said that the other day. She said she was wearing something out of irony, and I looked at her and I go, you're the biggest world. That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You're 18.
No, I'm just
Posted already. He was threatening to just make his own YouTube page of all the cancelable
We're live
things
right now, actually. So, no, yeah. When people say they wear something ironically, I'm like, you look even dumber because you're the one wearing it all day.
Yeah.
And not everybody you know or sees you knows you're wearing it ironically. They just see you dressed like you live in the mountains of Colorado and you've never been there.
Right. And if you're going to wear something ironically, make it a banana suit. So it looks funny. Like, otherwise, you're just a douche.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is.
Oh, you didn't want to shop at a real store. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what
I've been shopping at Target because I need to.
Yeah. Well, I've been shopping there because I got a gift card for Christmas.
Oh,
yeah.
there you
Other
go.
than that, I don't go to Target.
For Christmas, and I love this gift. I opened up and I got like a Yeti lunchbox, and I go, oh, cool, real neat.
Yeah, my voice is high, so I love it. Yeah, that's really cool. How about some food to put in the lunchbox? How about that?
That would have been great. I opened it up. There was $40 in there, so thank you, Sam and Dimitri. But like, I opened it up, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna have to play this cool. I didn't tell them anything I wanted, so this is on me. I got a lunchbox.
Got to have a list, dude.
Right.
What do you do? Like a construction job or labor job?
You know, I even do, but at worst, my appointments are like 90 minutes long, so I just eat before I go or when I get back.
Yeah.
Or gas station food. I'm white trash through and through.
Yeah,
QT is my favorite restaurant.
Dude, I like QT. Their fucking grilled ham and cheese sandwich is
Delicious.
actually a bomb, dude. It's really good.
And you know, all the pre-made sandwiches, usually they're dog shit. Like if you get one from Walmart, as long as you get a QT one and take the lettuce and tomatoes out, it's great.
I don't trust that old vegetables. I barely trust it when it's fresh.
Right.
I'm not leaving I don't. People are like, oh, you're picky. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm picky, but also
I'm picky in picky places.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not, you're not going to ever catch me, like, if my food's touched, I'm not going to freak out. But, you know, I'm not going to trust the gas station vegetables. And they're also rubbery, like when I got like when my sister had those kitchen sets that had like the fake lettuce rubber set to make a burger. Like, that's what I'm getting.
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah. I don't trust that. And also like at Jack in the Box, when you get the 2 taco, if it's a deal or not, I don't get the lettuce on those. And like I'll eat lettuce. It's whatever. It's fine. I don't like go looking for lettuce.
I can't say I love lettuce, but you know,
I'm not a lettuce lover.
Right.
You know, I mean, but I'll eat a salad here and
like
there.
A good crunch every once in a while.
I don't trust it from Jack in the Box.
No,
right?
what are
It's
we
already
doing?
cat food on the taco.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't need their fucking hybrid lettuce that's going to make me gay like the rest of the public.
We used to call
No
those
thanks.
cat tacos.
Yeah.
Cat tacos.
Because I'm eating it, I call it cat. It looks like the pate, right? It's like
at least while I'm eating it. But if someone else brings up eating it Jack in the Box, so I can feel better about myself, then it's cat tacos.
Exactly. Yeah. But also it's the ranch. I mean, the ranch fixes everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Best ranch on the market.
Best ranch behind Whataburger.
Theirs is pretty good. It's close, but that buttermilk ranch from Jack in the Crack, I got to find somewhere to buy that shit because I'll go to Raising Cane's or somewhere and I'll stop at Jack in the Box on the way home and be like, hey, my girlfriend just came through here. You got to put the ranch in the bag. She's pregnant. Please, can I get some ranch? So they don't charge me for it.
You're such a good guy.
Sometimes they still charge me like, to a pregnant lady, here's the money. Go ahead. To my child, I don't have any kids.
Someone's
girlfriend.
You get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm single. I don't have a girlfriend or anything like that or kids. I just always do that.
So, ladies, if you're watching at home and you're not my mom.
Yeah. And you're not watching this because your boyfriend made you, because women probably don't watch this show. I get the vibe.
Every once in a while, I twinge on some gay, so they'll stay around. They don't watch on their own, but if they're here, they're here.
Okay.
We actually do have a woman fan that's like...
Yeah, my mom.
You got a woman. Nice.
No, the other girl, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so this was actually kind of
cool. Woman fan.
Hi, woman fan. I think, Lauren, I'm not going to say her last name, but hi, Lauren. I didn't realize how YouTube targeted everything. I didn't think they'd push it out to specifically people in or DFW or something like that. And there was a lady that apparently watched our episode, immediately followed all of our accounts, I think, including Noah
Best
Shark.
kind of fan right there.
Yeah, she was amazing. Yeah. And Noah Shark was on the episode that she watched and immediately came out to Shark's Comedy Club that night because she watched the episode and enjoyed our episode so much.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was like...
Hey, Lauren, follow me at Mikey B the Comic everywhere or at the Open Mic Podcast, MIKE. That's my podcast. So,
and Lauren's hot.
I mean, I'm not going to DM you, don't worry, or anything. But, I mean, if you like a bunch of my stuff at once, I'm going to think about it. I'm really going to think about it.
You never told me that part of the story.
Well, yeah, he's holding her for herself.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm trying to wage her on a comic friend because you already live with me, buddy. I got to keep you for myself. See?
Oh, that's
Twinge
what
on
it
the
is.
gay.
He's trying to put her off on me because he's secretly gay for you.
You can have her, Mikey.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good guy. You can have this woman that I've never talked to.
Well, not your body, not your choice. But
calm down, Blake.
And see, Lauren, I'm that kind of guy.
He's a stand-up, honorable scumbag.
Exactly.
Dude, that's actually like the perfect fucking name.
It took me forever. I had all these different names. At one point, I was going to just name it You're Gay. Right? Because I have stickers that say You're Gay. They're like I had like someone in the Philippines draw it up for like $5 on Fiverr. It says You're Gay. And they did some other art for me, and I was like, that's pretty funny. And then I was going to call it Homophobia is Gay. I was going to call it The Big Dirty. I had a bunch of different names, and I was like, Honorable Scumbag just popped in my head, and I was like, that's the one.
That's a way better one because I've been saying with friends recently that I'm a dirty little gutter slut shit pig, and that's
a
fun.
pretty good name too. I'm not gonna lie.
If I could figure out the anagram of it without fucking it up, that'd be fun.
Say it again.
Dirty little gutter slut shit pig.
Dirty little gutter DLG S
P.
Okay, yeah, you can't. You got no vowels.
Yeah, no vowel. It doesn't work.
It sounds like you're speaking Russian.
It can't be its own word either.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
But it's still, I mean, just reading it out. But I think you just write it all in one, no spaces.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where even though it's 5 words, it's one word you got to get through quick.
Yeah, you just got to power through it real quick.
It's
like a mud pit. If you stop halfway through, you're sinking.
Exactly. It's Carlin's 7 dirty words. You got to get through it.
Yeah.
So you shot it in on May 5th. Was that addressed in the special at all?
No, not really.
That's
no.
good.
And there is one joke that I considered cutting out because it might be a little dated because it was I don't do politics or anything like that. I try to just keep it fun. I do stories. I like both. I like doing dumb little jokes and one-liners, anything like to set up punchline to a personal story of things that have happened to me. So I try to do it all. And I try to be personable and a little memorable. But there was one joke where I just mentioned a Joe Biden thing. Basically just about how people would show up to his speeches and just start yelling, Joe Biden. Like, it went from let's go Brennan to Joe Biden. And I was like, as if he's not having trouble trying to speak already.
Right.
He's up there stuttering. But then there's other stuff to the joke that's not, it's like, it's more of a something else joke. But like that first part, I'm like, maybe I should cut this. And I was like, I'm going to leave it in. It's a funny joke. It's not like I can keep using it anyway. So
and that's the thing, is it's almost not even political at that point. It's just like that person is a famed, like you could make fun of Kim Kardashian.
I didn't want to finish the joke because I want y'all to see it, but it's
fun.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Because I'm the same way in that I try my best not to be political, but if something's in the fame of or the eye, I should try. I
don't try to avoid it anymore, but it's just not. I don't think about stuff like that, and I don't know. I don't like sit down and like I'm gonna write these kind of jokes today. I kind of just write what I write and just try to keep it personable and like give you a little piece of who I am.
Can you actually sit down at like a desk and write? Are you that type, or just like
I can't? Everything I've ever done from doing that is dog shit. Nothing good has ever come out. And there's stories I've tried to write that I still can't. 10 years into the game, almost 10 years, I still can't fucking. That just doesn't work. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me like that. I don't know. I'm just one of those people.
We were talking about this earlier. Would that work better if, like, say you were going on this sitting down, talking about it and writing it, but say you sat down with Travis Wright, not a comic who's going to sit there and punch it up for you.
Yeah,
but someone you said
I'm better with stuff like that, so I'm bouncing ideas off of. But also, I do write, but a lot of I do electronically. Like in my phone, I have all these on my notes. There's like there'll be a bunch of lists of like premises and stuff that I want to work on or want to talk about. And sometimes it's just like a phrase I want to remember. And then sometimes I'll write out like a whole thing, like the whole joke or whatever I have at that moment.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously that's all the first draft. It's all going to change, but I'd never end up writing down the final draft. It keeps evolving and changing. And even from my special, there's jokes on there that if the special does well, obviously I'll stop doing them because I'm already working on the next one. I got at least about 35, 40 minutes of the next one written of stuff that I know works that didn't go into this special.
How much of that did you have when you shot the special? Like of the excess?
Of the excess, probably like 25 minutes, 20 minutes. Because I didn't do any family stuff on there. I got tons of material on like my family and all this other stuff. And I didn't put any of that on the special. None of that's on there because it just didn't flow with what I was doing. I just want to put out a good product.
It's funny, but it's not coinciding with everything. So
it just didn't flow right. Thing. I wanted to, and like it's not like everything's one big thing that comes back. It's just like it just didn't feel like it fit in there. So I have it for the next one. But yeah, so yeah, I got like 35, 40 of the next one already. Like I know works, and I'm like I have other stuff too, but I'm still working on it.
Right,
and I'm working on all of it. But there's stuff in the special that after I shot it, and I know these jokes are going to go away if the special, when it's successful, that those jokes still even got rewritten more. And I'm like, oh, I should have said this. I should have added this there. I should have done this.
Yeah.
And that's just, I mean, I hear from bigger comedians who actually do this professionally and make a ton of money from it, say that always happens to them too. They're like, that was the perfect punchline. I already filmed it. Can't go back now.
And that's the thing about working on stage and writing on stage is like, once you get into that facility, like, I've accidentally written 2 punchlines for the same joke. You're like, fuck, I don't know which one I like better.
Yeah.
Because like
use
this
them both.
time, yeah, I've tried, and I think I just got rid of the joke overall because it was within the first year, so it's dog shit anyways.
Yeah.
So it wasn't worth it to save.
I didn't write a single solid joke until like almost 2 years in. And like when I did my special, a lot of comics, when they do their first one or their debut, to be proper, they retire all their old jokes they don't want to do, which, I mean, do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. For me, I wanted to turn that on its head, and I said, no, do all the best jokes you have right now. Do the best hour you have. The special's about 51 minutes, and it's because one of the stories I did went so well that I knew the next story wasn't going to top it. So I was like, and then in the moment I can see myself at the end of the special where I have this realization and I'm like, just cut it here. And I got a standing ovation. So I was like, right thing to do. So it's about 50 minutes. But,
is that story you told, you cut off something you can put into the next one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah. It's definitely going into the next one. I just, and the story's good, but now it's even better than it was. So I'm glad I didn't put it on there.
Right.
But it's a good story, but it's one of these stories that's taken me 7 years, 7 years to get even to where it is now, and I still don't think it's like completely done.
Yeah,
Now that I've added stuff to it.
I've had a story that I've been wanting to sit down and write in the same way. Like I've talked about it on here before, but in college I accidentally joined up what turned out to be an illegal boxing league, and it was. It
sounds like a '90s movie.
I know.
It sounds like You're Jason Biggs in that movie.
I fucked a pie.
Yeah. In this movie, the pie fucks you.
Oh, buddy, it fucked me.
Yeah. Illegal Boxing 2: Return of the Pie.
It was it sounds like such a cool story, and that's immediately when it stops being cool, because in the second fight, within 12 seconds, my shoulder dislocates, and within 15 seconds, I'm getting arrested.
Yeah.
So it's so quick and such a drop off so quick. And I've always wanted to talk about it because one of my first better jokes that I was using, at least to get on stage because I trusted it, was a lie about that story.
Yeah.
So I always just said I fell off a mechanical bull, and that's how I dislocated my shoulder, just to get to talking about the hospitals and where I was in college in Stephenville. And it just always sucked.
Yeah.
I hated it so much.
If you don't feel it, eventually, like, you might be able to sell it for a bit, but the crowd can feel when you're disingenuine. That's the thing. So, I mean, I equate comedy to kind of like music. Like, I love funk music. I like to feel the music. And, like, I know a lot of times when you're doing, like, an actual show, not like a bar show, but like a club or whatever, real show, you don't want to go up and do something brand new. But sometimes I'll think of something that day or something I've never done on stage. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start with it. And I feel good about it. I believe it, whatever. You feel it, and the crowd can feel that. But if you go up there and don't commit to it and be disingenuous, it might be a good joke, but you didn't sell it.
And that's why the third time you do that joke after the first time it lands, that's why it never hits the same.
That feeling is gone. It's like cocaine, baby. You're chasing that dragon.
Because you were so nervous. And you're
yeah.
I did it last night at Comedy Arena. Shout out again, Bridget Tooley. Thank you for the opportunity. It was a great show.
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you, Bridget. And I did one very first because Pat Cryer was on before me, and he mentioned his wife stabbing him. And from Pat Cryer, I don't know if you know him, he's a 65-year-old man. It was just hilarious to me that he said that, not even in the context of the joke. And like, it felt like he just yada-yada'd right over it, and I had to get on stage and like, everyone else heard that, right?
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, well, hold on, like, fuck my set. You got stabbed by your wife, dude?
That's incredible.
Not your ex-wife, your wife?
Your current wife, who you keep saying you love very much.
Yeah.
This sounds like a suicide threat at a certain
Sounds like
point.
she's in the back with a knife. Like, wink if you really love her, dude.
But I took at that point like a joke, like I was talking about earlier, that I put on the back burner. I was like, man, this joke used to suck, but this chick did hold a knife against my throat. And I cut that joke down to a quarter of what it used to be, and it did so much better. I was like, oh,
yeah,
I'm just a pontificating asshole. That's why that joke didn't work.
Yeah, it's you know, that's the thing I've noticed with comedy for most people. I mean, you can't say for everyone because whatever, life's gay. But like, you write this big thing and then you cut it down and then you add to the bare bones. And I feel like I've gotten way better at like cutting things down because I'm so neurotic, and I've had like 8 fights with y'all in my head since I got here, dude. And I'm fucking ready, dude, because I think of all the scenarios for no reason. But I do that with jokes too, to where I cut down, like, I don't need to say all that. That's a waste of time. Just say this and then play with it if you can.
Right.
And I think I've gotten better at doing that and kind of streamlining that process of getting a joke like more ready than having this big thing you got to look through and find the funny. I'm like, no, this is the point of what I want to talk about. This is how I'm going to get there. This is how I started. And boom, that's how we do it. And it's hard to do that. It's taken me 10 years to even. Right. I'm not saying I do it for every joke and I'm so good or anything, but I'm like pretty good, dude. I'm not gonna lie. But
it's experience and time tested at this point.
It's my neuroticism finally at work for me and not against me for the first time in my life. So I'm kind of excited about it.
You're Venom from the Venom movies. He's finally joined teams.
Yeah, I'm a movie that's got a bunch of big hype and nothing really happens. Yeah, nobody actually liked it, and then Woody Harrelson shows up and say Carnage 20 times. Like, okay, we know the name of the movie. We bought tickets, asshole.
We talked about that on the show before. The first one I loved. I loved Venom growing up. I thought it was super cool. Even when Eddie Brock, kid from that 70s show, did it and ruined it. What's his name?
Topher Grace. Yeah.
Stupid name. And the second
I
movie,
see. I liked his version of Venom, but it was also like in the realm of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, which is more goofy. Wasn't the same movie where he does the dance. So it was so ridiculous that I liked Eric from the '70s show being it. But the problem I had with the Tom Hardy ones, which I love Tom Hardy and stuff, they tried too hard to make it comical like they did with the first Avenger movies.
Yeah.
Like Avenger movies, Endgame and Infinity Wars, I think those were the two best ones because it wasn't just like, and the one before it, everybody's got a fucking like, oh, I guess you don't like guacamole, or just fuck off.
Yeah,
all right?
fuck your one-liners. This was an action movie when I was a kid. Now it's a comedy.
Yeah, everybody, even the guy with the bow and arrow, you don't have a special skill. You're just accurate as fuck, okay? That's all it is. And like, thank you for saving the world and shit. We appreciate that. But then you went crazy in the one movie and killed a bunch of Yakuzas.
Yeah, and they didn't need you.
Innocent little Yakuzas just sleeping in their gambling den.
Just some golden triads, just drifting off to sleep.
And they're selling fucking people to other people. And then he comes along and is like, I got to kill you now. He's kind of a dick. But
then he got hit by that snowplow.
Yeah, well, I mean, did you ever hear
movie karma?
Jeremy Renner? Did you ever hear his song?
Yeah.
It sounds like a McDonald's Chevy Chevron Verizon commercial, dude. It's so.
But at the same time, it didn't sound that bad.
At the same time, if you like Imagine Dragons, it probably sounds good. I don't like Imagine Dragons.
Why is it that
they make music for Chevy commercials? It sounds like to me.
Why is it that every time an actor makes music like that, it's always like that? Like same thing with Jared Leto, same thing with Keanu Reeves is in a band now.
Well, I mean, like I like some of Jared Leto's music from 30 Seconds to Mars, but this one just feels like overproduced. Like he focus grouped it and had people who write country music songs for Carl's Jr. come in.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, this is already.
Like, get to it. No, I don't think this is the song. This isn't the one I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this.
I didn't know he had more. That's a travesty. That's not cool.
Did he direct the music video too?
It seems like he did. Why is he in a trench coat in a field? There's no schools out there for you.
Is it? Do you think it's Nomad or The One? God, he's got multiple songs. This sucks.
This is, what is this one? War? What is that? Love is a War? No, it's Love is a War. Okay, go back. I think it was the other one. It was the one popular one. I think it's.
Oh Jesus! It's set to a cloud.
Yeah, oh God, Jesus Christ.
You might as well be playing this during a minister service. Like, this is what you see when you go to Wednesday night mass.
I think the other one's still playing.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Okay.
Oh, this isn't either. It was like a rock song. I don't remember the name of it, to be honest with you. If I did, I'd be a bigger douche. So I'm glad I don't remember the name.
So because I remember this at least, did you ever watch Drake Bell's song that he released after the whole Nickelodeon thing came out?
I did, but I don't remember it, to be honest with you.
It is awfully one of my favorite things to watch. And what the fuck happened? It was like... It made me mad because it's set to like a Christmas tune. Oh, is this not the thing? Where's the video? Oh, and I also...
This will be editing times, yeah.
Yeah. That, and it, like, you watch this documentary too just to find out that he was a huge Latin pop star success.
My girlfriend at the time, we're not together anymore, but she watched the Nickelodeon thing. And like I couldn't sit down and watch it because every time I passed her and say peace, I was like, God damn, that's sad. I was like, of course he was. Who is that interested enough in children to spend a whole day with them making television shows besides a guy who likes to fuck children?
Yeah.
I don't want to be around kids. They're annoying, dude. And that's a good sign. That means I don't want to be around them.
I hate kids. That's how you know he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Honorable scumbag.
He ripped him a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
It wasn't just once.
Well,
it was like
when you find a target,
yeah.
of course he's going to keep hitting it, dude. It's I hate all this.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah. I just thought this was the weirdest way to, I mean, I guess good on him for after that came out to embrace it and just like get it out there and off his chest. But I mean, we're 18 seconds into the song and he's already portraying how he got taken into a trailer to get,
oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
I feel like he had to do this for his own healing, but you could have just like not posted it.
Yeah, you could have just done this, watched it for once.
Also, though, you can still see through those curtains. Some of them should have helped.
Yeah. And here was the other thing was...
Who is that guy?
That's new Drake Bell. That's, so he got, after all of this happened, he went down to Mexico and got in a drinking driving accident. And maybe that was reversed. Maybe he got in the drinking driving accident and then went to Mexico.
Both of those things happen either way. Yeah.
Either way, those are going to happen. They're 1 and 2. But the thing that, like, when they go to this scene, they wait way too long on this medicine, and they just leave it in shot. Yep, they pan over to Barmacil, and I had to look this up because they sit looking at Barmacil for a minute, like this is their movie, their music video. That's it's basically Preparation H.
He's got hemorrhoids.
Like it's for anything butthole related. And it's just
that's such a fucking layer to the onion.
That's like a Francis Ford Coppola film. Like he's putting a little.
That's a double inside joke because you have to look it up and also goes inside his butt.
Yeah.
Which again, now you're doing it to yourself, dude.
Yeah, like you don't have to rep Barmacil at all, even if you release.
I thought it was gonna be like a Narcan or something like that. He's ODing because he's like so frazzled from the non-consensual butt sex, which not cool.
Not cool at all.
I'll be dangerous here and just go on the record and say non-consensual butt sex ain't cool.
No. Not at all. I'm not here for
that. Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
That's gonna be our Instagram clip, our first one.
That's the name of the episode.
The PSA.
But then, like, not only do they bring it up on the music video at all, it's on screen for 6 whole seconds.
Wow. You know who he looks like in this video with his hair like that? Which that's a bad swoop, by the way, sir.
It's too much of a swoop.
It's too much of a swoop. It's like a fucking dolphin tail on your head.
It's way too 1940s.
It is. Yeah, see, of course I want cigarettes. What am I, married? Yeah.
It looks like that because he just took off a Kangol hat.
Back then they would eat a loaf of bread because their hair looked so bad. He looks like. Did you ever see that movie with Michael Cera? The one that was kind of like a video game. He had to fight the evil Lexus.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yes,
he looks like the gay brother.
No, he looks like the Chris Evans. All the fake Chris Evans characters. Yeah, he looks like one of the Chris Evans. That's who I thought it was when he was in the car before.
See, that's funny because I see the gay roommate perfectly at this point.
Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Yeah, Kieran Culkin.
Yeah. Great actor, by the way. Have you ever seen Succession?
I keep wanting to watch it, but I haven't.
I do not watch a lot of TV. I recommend that one.
I do want to see it. There's so many things to see right now. And like I'm working so hard on the special, I don't want to commit. Like I've been waiting for second season of Squid Game to come out forever, like everybody else. And now it's out, but I don't want to sit there and get sucked into it because I got stuff for the special. Like the work's not over. That's the thing that people don't realize. You can't just post it and hope people discover you. No, this is the time to keep your foot on the gas. I got to post clips. I got to promote. I got to do podcasts. I got to do all this stuff now, and I got to make sure, try to do it right, but at least do something. Don't just let it sit there and go to waste.
Yeah, that's why I'm so thankful to have him because he can cut down the work that I eventually need to do because he does 90% of the editing work and then he dumps it into a file and I do my stupid little micro cuts like an idiot.
Yeah. See, I do all that for mine and my stand-up, and hopefully the special helps me get somebody that can help me with, like, give them money.
That's been our biggest goal recently. Our New Year's resolution is to get a side bitch that helps us with the work.
But I'm also like picky, so I'm just gonna be standing over their shoulder for the most part,
right?
Until I get something else better that comes along, and I'll be like, just make it good.
Yeah.
Or someone that I got to show them like my style, like, oh yeah, I would leave that in, or no, I don't want that in.
Yeah. This long pause does need to stay. That short one does need to go. Yeah. That quarter of a half a second that needs to go.
Or I'm breathing too much on the microphone. Just
drop it back.
I'll be like I'm out of breath from just talking.
You end up leaning on the mic stand because you have to.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't understand about like doing a podcast. Everybody's like, "Oh, I want to do a podcast." They don't realize you're doing it weekly. The grind of it to have to edit that shit.
I mean, I switched to having no guest, and now we do it bi-weekly. Yeah. Because it's a lot of work. I go through the whole episode. I cut clips. I add music on. We do crime stories. So there's a crime theme I put in there, and there's visuals to add in, and then effects on this and that. And like I make my templates, but still you got to go through. And then I also go through and like add in videos we watch from the internet, and then cut things out, add things in, whatever here and there. So it's a lot. Like I can get it done in a day if I sit sit at my computer for the entire day,
Right.
and have like 2 or 3 coffees just so I can stay focused on it.
And then you got to do that in 2 weeks again.
Yeah, and the next week do it again next week, because I'm also, after all that's done and the episode's uploaded, now I got to cut clips to promote it. So now I'm
Right.
that and
Cut clips to
I
promote
just
it
learned
and cut
stuff.
stand-up clips so you don't think that they're just a one-trick pony with the podcast.
Exactly. I got to have both. And now I need to add another kind of content so they don't think, oh, he just does comedy and a podcast.
Right.
No, I also argue with people in line at Walmart. I do all kinds of shit. Yeah.
I would love to give you a Facebook account to just go through. Do you ever do that?
What do you mean, like, go through?
Where I'm from, there's a Facebook page called the Trophy Club Coffee Cup or something like that. And it's just where all the old white women bitch.
Yeah.
And,
I'm in a few of those. Yeah.
It's fun, but sadly, I still have a regular construction job that I work for my parents for, and we're located in that town, so I can't talk shit on this page. But it's all I do throughout the day now. Is like everyone is just always constantly bitching about kids on bikes.
Yeah.
They're like, there's too many kids on bikes, and tell your little sweeties that they need to fucking have headlights
Like if you
and
say,
helmets.
tell your little sweeties, back in your house. Fuck off. Yeah.
That's exactly so.
Deactivate this account.
That's why I stopped on this one, because shout out Hunter Wilson's dad, love you, Drew. He was my old basketball coach, and he commented under that. He goes, "Little sweeties is the most condescending thing you could put."
Yeah.
And he's an old pastor, so like I knew in his head he was never going to type it. Like, "You bitch" was afterwards.
Yeah. But he thinks it.
Yeah. And everyone was like shitting on him because everyone's just in this woke, like, "Oh, we got to talk to every single person like they're a toddler." And that's how we go about it. And I wanted to just go like, shut up.
Yeah.
I grew up as one of these little sweeties in this neighborhood. You've all always been cunts my whole life. Drew is a good guy, and he's a pastor in a different town. Leave him alone.
That's so ridiculous. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm in a lot of different groups, and I can't even. I'm trying to figure out how to delete my fan page because Facebook won't let me put my actual page as Mikey B. They say B is not valid, and I'm like, trust me, I know. That's why I started comedy. I'm not valid.
Right.
But
That's why we're here.
So I started a fan page, but I never do anything on it. Stuff gets posted on there, but it'll be like, I need to turn my setting off. I think whatever I post on Instagram goes there, but I never do anything on my fan page. So it sits there, and I'll get notifications, people follow, but I feel bad because it's like just trash land, and I need to delete it. And I'm going through all that now, like cleaning up my Instagram and my YouTube and getting everything ready for the special to hopefully help things like get back in the algorithm, get pushing, and watching videos on like how to actually post things properly and what they're looking for. And I learned for my podcast, I've been doing it wrong for 4 years now. Yeah, I've done all the steps, and I had some videos go big, and our podcast has, if you add up our social media, like 20,000 followers, something like that.
Damn.
Like 14,000 or 13,000 on Facebook, which, okay, that's like mostly old people, probably.
They're going to die soon, but they don't unfollow before they die.
Yeah, exactly. So until their kids delete their profile, then...
That's why I love my Nana, because before she passed away, she made 4 Facebooks, and now she's all on my Facebook.
Nice.
There's 4 Lacey Joe Yates in there.
But also, was it TikTok? We got like, I think 2,000 or 3,000 now, and our Instagram has like 7,000. So somewhere in there, those numbers or something like that. But I noticed like, okay, for Instagram, they want you to have all your videos have 30 frames per second, and between 30 and 90 seconds is there, like 60 seconds is there.
Right.
What they're looking for in this and that, and like, only do 3 hashtags, but do them here, not there. And I'm like, but what is, I don't want, it's so much. Yeah.
So you were right. I'll give that to you. Blake told me that. Blake had to do the same thing. I apparently dug a huge grave. And in the same way, like, we had 1 or 2 episodes take off. I'm like, no, I'm doing it right. Like, look, we had 300 views on this one. And it's on long form and this, that, and the other. And he takes over and he's like, let me just look at it. And he's like, you've been doing it the exact opposite of correctly the whole time.
Yeah. And I was like almost there, like little things here and there that now I know I need to change. And like, I've had some things take off. Like real big, and then like, but most of the time when I post stuff, we have all those followers. They'll get like on TikTok, I'll post a video and either does really well or gets between 200 and 300 views. But also TikTok does this thing with us now, and I restarted our account because they were doing this. But I'll post something and it'll already in like 5 minutes it'll be at like 200 views and like all these likes and stuff and comments, and they'll restrict it. And then I'll go into appeal and they'll approve it, but now it doesn't do anything because I already pulled it out of the algorithm. I'm like, put me back at the top, baby. I was in there. We were moving. I got 10% on likes. Like, I've looked stuff up. That's high. Usually you get like 1%.
Right. Yeah, from what we found out is because I've done some digging along with some other people, and the biggest problem that kills comics right now is most of our most of my followers right now are other comics in the scene.
Yeah.
And even if they like
You
the
need
video,
more than that, yeah.
Yeah, even if they like the video, they never watch it, which I don't watch any of their stuff, so I get it. But like,
they're just liking to like because they're support, but they're,
the retention rate is everything.
We got to share each other's stuff. We got to like comment. Like I have a couple friends, sometimes when I'll post like a YouTube short, I'll be like, hey, will y'all throw a comment on this real quick from wherever you are? Just say whatever, I don't care. Just to like try to get it going. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, and
but you got to reach further than just the actual people you know. I mean, that's the point of this.
Yeah,
it's entertainment.
And that's the other thing is we were talking about it beforehand, just kind of overrunning the FYP page. And like I was telling Blake that like I don't think we should do even every other day on clips on Instagram right now because I feel like we're just gonna flood and saturate the market. And we're like, no one sees it.
Yeah,
we're on
so
our
why
phones
put all that
day.
work into making? And I went to this too, to where I like to post 2 or 3 videos a week at max for the podcast because I feel like one, flooding the market, and two, and if they're all doing the same views no matter how I do it. Why put all this work in cutting up all these clips and spending time sitting here?
Right.
Just to throw it, it's not doing anything, but also it's building a catalog. So now, like when my stuff does take off, people have all this shit they can go back and look through, and I have like literally a catalog. I've got hundreds of videos and shorts and reels and clips from the podcast, and I've got a ton from stand up, and I'm taking a lot of them down because the special has the like finished or final or best version of those things on there.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah,
yeah, we did that some too. Oh god, I just lost my train of thought.
I've done that 3 times on here, but luckily you cut in, so that was good.
Yeah, I'm a blowhard, so I can get in on that. Oh,
but that's the thing. Like when you do discover, something like somebody's Instagram page or something, you do go back through and you start watching all their videos.
Yeah, you go back. I've done that several times, and that's why I'm like, it's not completely a waste because I mean, eventually it has to take off. It's like becoming the manager at Jack in the Box. Just keep standing here and doing it. And eventually they'll say, okay, you can be the manager now. But that's
a good mentality.
Yeah.
Eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah. It's what else? I got no other skills. I mean, I do, but I don't want to use them. They're all.
You think I belong in an office?
Yeah.
I'll jump out of the fucking first window I see.
Dude, I've had over 40 jobs. I worked as for a mergers and acquisitions firm, doing $1 million deals.
Damn.
Sleeping in my cubicle. Fucking, I was a tree trimmer. Worked at all kinds of restaurants. I've done all kinds of jobs, and I don't want to, dude. I don't want to.
That's exactly how I ended up here. I started working at 13, and I had more jobs than a lot of the adults that I would talk to by 18, 19.
I started an actual job. I always worked for my dad since I was a kid because he has like a cabinet shop. Mm-hmm. But I mean, actual job, I lied to Burger King. And even though I got an ID and they copied it, they didn't really look at it. So I got a job at Burger King. I'm in like a middle school or junior high. I was in junior high working like 40 hours a week.
God damn.
And then doing other side jobs and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to anymore. I turned 42 a couple weeks ago. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do this. And I feel like I have a shot at it. I think I'm good at it.
Right.
Spent 10 years doing it, and I feel like I just get better every time I get on stage. So
exactly. And like I'm 24 and I threw my back out this morning sneezing.
I did that a month ago.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
I feel like I know this is the beginning of the end for me.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I already fucked up my back in high school.
You need to get the full 30 years, dude. At 24, if you're already sneezing your back out, damn, dude, look for a good rope.
Yeah, it's coming.
Sturdy ropes, dude.
the winter's coming.
Dude, like a month ago, I woke up, I was about to get out of bed, and you turn and sit, and I sneezed, and then I was stuck like this, and I literally had to get up and like a hunchback, like the hunchback in Notre Dame, walking around, like I couldn't stand up or like turn to the left. It was fucking awful. I'm like, I sneezed. What is this?
Did you ever see the video? I think it was like a punter or a kicker on an NFL team who sneezed on the sideline and like ruptured a kidney.
No.
I gotta see if I can find this.
That sucks, dude.
But that was his only injury for the team, was just sneezing and rupturing something.
There was a kicker also. He went to celebrate and he jumped up and he fucking like tore every ligament in his knee.
In my rotator cuff, my left rotator cuff right now, I have, and I think the fourth one tore, but 3 out of the 4 when I got an MRI like a year ago, I have 3 out of 4 tendons torn. And it's from at my old house. Me and my roommate were in the swimming pool, and I'm like to where the water's just barely to my hip, and we're hitting one of those cheap bouncy balls back and forth. Nothing strenuous, like the cheap ones you get at Walmart. Like literally, this is the speed I'm moving, just doing this. And he hit it to me, and I raised my right arm to hit it back, and by the time I hit it, something just it was like, hey, by the way, fuck you for life now. And it felt like it popped out of place and back in. I was like, what the fuck? And I lived like that for years. And then a couple of years ago, I was like, I'm getting fat. I need to be more active. So I went on one bike ride. All right. I bought this new bike and I used it like once and it's just been sitting in my house. So I was like, I'll go for a bike ride. I went to the bike trail. On the way back, I went butts up to go fast. I was going uphill, so I had to stand up. And when I did, whatever gear inside where the pedals meet snapped. And I came down on my shoulder, re-injured it. Didn't know. I hit the ground, and before I could hit the ground, because I live in the hood, I heard these. There was 4 black teenagers like right across the street from where I was. Before I hit the ground, I heard one go, "Look at that fat motherfucker!" And I hit the ground, dude, and they are roasting me. And now my bike's broken, and now my shoulder's fucked. Like, it's in pain right now. It's so bad. And I had to, like, carry my heavy-ass bike home, and they were roasting me. I heard them all the whole way home. 3 blocks. 3 blocks, I heard them just roasting the shit out of me. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? I mean, get healthy, obviously, but...
I did the same thing. So we went on a family trip over the summer to the Dominican Republic, and our first day there, I'm in the pool playing pool volleyball with everyone from the world, like a bunch of Indian kids, a British dude, people that are from the Dominican Republic, but they just stay in the resorts in the Dominican Republic. They don't go anywhere else.
Yeah, because everywhere else sucks.
Yeah, in comparison to that, it took me forever to realize that. You're like, oh, it's already heaven here.
Yeah, it's war-torn here.
Yeah. Huge, big black asses, and those black women are speaking perfect Spanish.
Yeah, why would you be out there in the jungle eating plantains? You can just be here and have some shrimp and some butt.
You sit poolside, drink all the tequila in the world, and you're fine. The food's just okay, but you got an all-inclusive. It's fine.
Yeah, and it's all tequila, so, I mean...
That's all the best part. I drank for dinner. That's great.
Yeah.
But, we get there, I drop our stuff off in the bag, or in the room, and we go down to the pool. An hour in, I go up to hit a ball, and my shoulder just completely dislocates again. And it's the same, like, it'll just never feel like it's... Like, I'm actively holding it into place in most days. Like...
Oh, I can't even get comfortable anymore. Like, when I wake up in the mornings, no matter how I sleep... if I fall asleep on the couch, if I sleep on my back, my side, face down, whatever, I can't move this arm or shoulder for the first 10 minutes. When I wake up, I'm literally dragging around like Lurch.
Yeah,
I definitely need surgery or something, or go to Mexico and get some stem cells. That's what I really need.
That would be great.
Yeah, that's why I just want to go. I need it so bad. I need to start setting aside money for all the medical procedures I need from Mexico,
right?
Because America wants to charge so much for them.
We've been talking about that, setting aside money to go to Turkey and just getting all the things done in Turkey, including my hair,
abs, hair. Just get it all done, dude.
I'm done forever, baby. Turkey set me straight.
I think I'm lucky. My dad has a full head of hair. He's like 78, 79. I think he's 79. I got this. I'm 42, and I have what you call a proceeding hairline, where sometimes I'll have like a long hair in my forehead I got to pluck out.
Oh.
It's like it's marching forward.
You're still growing. That's nice.
Yeah, I'm so fortunate for that. I do not want to go bald.
You're a grower and a shower. That's great.
Yeah, exactly. Well, up here. Down here, I'm not even a shower. I don't even know if I'm a grower, dude.
It's a look-awayer.
I need some fertilization.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I did a show last night, and I didn't do it, but I was thinking of a joke from on stage. I was like, man, isn't it funny? Like, does everybody's dick shrink like the way mine does? Like, cold water, whatever. But like when you're nervous, like when I'm nervous, I got no penis, dude.
It's inside of itself.
Penis. It's like a dog going inside for winter. It's in the doghouse.
It looks like someone bit the nipple off a baby bottle.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, it looks like I'm all foreskin. It looks like I'm a 3-skin.
Yeah, it's just the welcome mat, just the mound.
Yeah, it's just a manhole with the cover gone. It's gone, dude. It's like somebody hollowed out a fucking Vienna sausage. Dude,
it's just neck. It's just neck.
I have plenty of penis. It's there. I know there's penis. But like this motherfucker's scared of anxiety. He runs away. I don't understand why it has to do that. And like I was like, I can add this on to this older bit because I used to talk about how like I'm a grower, not a shower, but I wish I had like one of those brunch dicks, like it just hangs out all day.
Yeah.
It's just always out there. I'm like, I don't have that. That's kind of bullshit.
I wish gravity was on my team too.
Yeah, it's not in there. It's everywhere else.
It's my balls. That's like...
Dude, my balls are so low. I've been sitting on my balls since we sat down here, dude.
I was going to say... Like,
and at this point, I'm like, I kind of enjoy the stomach ache. It's fine.
It's
whatever.
Than the shoulder pain.
Yeah, it is. It does. It takes my mind off the shoulder, dude.
It's like biting your finger when you hurt your stomach.
Yeah, exactly. Or you get a headache, you pinch that part of your hand.
Like it's gonna take away the headache. No, it's just you're just hurting something else.
Yeah, now you just pulled a muscle in your wrist.
But it's not as bad as that headache, was it?
Yeah. But yeah, it's and I was like, I'm not gonna do this joke tonight. Because I was like, I'm in there telling about, and there's a bunch of hot women in the crowd. And be like, I have no penis, but I got plenty of penis. But right now he's not home right now. It's like when you go to McDonald's and you want a McFlurry, and they're like, ice cream machine's broken. That's the penis I have. Like,
I know it's in there.
They have ice cream. I know they're fucking lying, but you can't have any.
Give me the jug you freeze. Give me that.
Yeah, I'll take it home and do it myself.
Right. I'll leave it in the fridge. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But no, it's so funny because, like, I talk to dudes about their balls because I sit on my balls too, and I'm like, how is not everyone talking about this? I've been sitting on my balls since I was in 6th grade. Like, none of y'all are sitting on your balls?
Yeah.
We had an in-depth, not even funny, like, all comics aside, we sat down and scientifically talked about our balls individually. And I came in because I looked it up and was like, okay, so the average nut sack is the size of a peach pit.
Yeah, the actual nut inside the sack, right?
No, the sack itself is the size of a peach pit.
That's the average that everybody...
That's the average. And I was like, I have slightly smaller than that for 2 of them. Like, my nuts are around a peach pit's size.
Both of them together?
One's a little smaller than the other, but about same.
Dude, my balls are so big. And I got brunch balls, not brunch dick, because they're hanging out all day long. And I notice, like, when I shave my nuts, I have to get at least a chub or a boner to, like, bring them back up to kind of consolidate.
You got a Batman
That's too
wing
much real estate. And then up the back, and now it's getting gay. And I've cut the back of my ball sack shaving, and that's the worst.
Then you got to do that weird move where you do the Buffalo Bill, where you fucking cover your ball sack with your dick. Or no,
if
backwards.
I could,
cover your dick with your ball sack.
Oh, yeah. That
you just
one,
look like you have your mangina.
Dude, I just tuck one into my belly button while I shave the other one so I don't have to hold like a doorstop. So I don't have to hold it while I shave the other one.
Punch your tits so it shoots out when you're done.
Yeah, I pinch my nipple and it pops out. Yeah, and then I put the other one in there, and it's like a doorstop, you know. I'm in there. But yeah, it's I have bought all the things like the lawnmower, fucking electric one.
Yeah.
No snags. It snags.
It
You're
snags.
lying. It's gonna snag.
Yeah,
but also my hairs are thick like bristles. I got brooms growing up. Like I can't even use a regular razor on like my mustache or face, but like all this around my lip right here,
right?
It irritates my lip if I let it get too long because my mustache hairs and face hairs are so thick that I have to like use an electric trimmer just to kind of push the army back a little bit.
Get it out of my nose too.
And that's all. My hair is so thick, it's like I'm growing brooms out of my fucking body.
I was just about to say, like, if you ever have a paintbrush problem, I can repair it for you.
Dude, I'm like the scarecrow. But the hair's growing out of me. It's ridiculous, man.
Oh man, like it's such a problem. Like, I miss my college shower. My college shower was perfect for shaving my nuts when I was a younger dude who wasn't broken all the time, because I could put both of my back heels on the wall and lean my head and use my head as a sturdy point, because I'd have to use one hand cheek to like shave and the other hand cheek to move an ass cheek.
Yeah.
Hand cheek. What was it?
Yeah, I was like, what's a hand cheek?
I use my hand to move my ass cheek.
Oh, okay.
And I'd like...
How are you shaving your balls from the back?
Are you shaving the inside of your asshole?
No, I just had to use my head to like... I had to get 3 points of contact so I didn't fall over while I was doing it. And I wanted to see it. Like, I had to make sure I was not missing any patch, because that's way weirder. If you're sucking on a nut and then you just find like 3 hairs right there.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Hey, I thought you already cleared this for us.
Yeah. And you know, like, it's never like... You just missed getting it all the way. You're like, how did I miss 3 full hairs? And everywhere else around this is completely shaved.
Well, I leave 3. Ask her to pluck them out right when I come.
That's nice. That's a nice little bit of pain.
You gotta be careful, though. You'll put a hole in the wall.
We are masochists at heart.
Yeah. It's like the old school cannons.
Plaster.
It's like the old school cannons when you pull the rope. It's like one of those, dude.
Bam.
Yeah. If you even just hit her with it, her and whoever's behind her is pregnant now.
I had like just the opposite of that once. Like, right as I was about to finish, I had some chick bite my nipple and just everything rescinded.
Dude.
I thought I would have been on it, and then she did. I was like, I don't even want to date you anymore. Like, I think we have to break up.
I have sensitive nipples. They're always showing. They're always poking through.
Right. They're puffy. I'm not on steroids.
They're showers,
I swear.
not growers. But so I dated this girl in Florida for a few years, and she's kind of nuts, like everybody in Florida. And one day she came to my house or whatever, and like we're messing around, about to have sex, and she bit me on the nipple so hard that I thought she was trying to bite it off, and just instinct, I didn't even think I smacked her. I did. I couldn't control it, you know?
Stop it. Yeah.
And Like, we broke up after that. I was like, I don't ever want to see you again. Get the fuck out. Like, why would you? I don't like pain. Like, if a girl wants me to, like, smack her ass or whatever, choke her, sure. That's for you because I'm a Southern gentleman. Okay? I take requests. I don't just go out there beating women and fucking them.
Right.
Okay?
You got to tell me that shit.
Yeah. And
you think I'm just going to rear back and fucking beat you out like I'm throwing hammer fist to win the match?
No, I'd rather rear back and eat you out.
Right.
No thanks.
I can lay down. Please sit on my face and smother me like that so I can take a break.
Oh, do I have asthma? Please go for it.
I'm so close to death already.
I don't need a belt for this asphyxiation. All right.
Fuck you, David Carradine.
She did it so hard that for like 3 years I had 2 little teeth marks right here above my nipple because she bit it that hard. Like it bled, dude. I thought she was trying to take it off. Like if you want to be a little rough, that's fine. But like test the waters.
Right.
Don't just Rambo onto my nipple like that.
Suck on it first. I might not like that. I don't know, but
no warning. Just
it's
just
at least
right
nice.
on it, dude. I hit her pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty good hit.
And you know, when the chick that did it to me, I did it back to her because I was like, maybe she did it to me because she likes that. And then like the same reaction you had, she just didn't hit me. She's like, "What the fuck was that?" I was like, "So you just doing it to me because you thought I'd like it? Bite me anywhere else, please. Bite my dick, please, not my nipples."
Yeah,
and
squeeze my balls. Do something else.
She bit like the nipple ball, like not like. You said you got
not
it
the areola,
not the areola, the nipple ball.
Oh, so the bottom of her teeth hit the nipple itself, and the top were just right there at the areola.
More
and
like a claw machine that got the perfect, pickup, and like I had to check and make sure it was still there.
Yeah, that's what it felt like, dude.
Yeah,
I was so mad. I was angry. I was like, no, get the fuck out.
I've gotten purple nurples that were more pleasurable. I was like, what the fuck? Like it was a psychological thing.
Yeah,
like she was negging me at that point. She n-worded me.
And it makes me think like if you get your dick sucked from someone you've never had sex with before or whatever, I'm always worried like, what if this bitch just decides to bite it off right now?
Right.
What if she just decides that today's the day she's going to bite a dick off?
I know my audience. I know you're a lunatic. That's all I can attract. So there's it's just for the love of the game at that point.
And I'm like, how about I go down on you? You can suck my dick after I like run your credit and get to know you.
After I build some brownie points up, then you won't bite me.
Yeah, let me buy you some flowers and take you to dinner first before you do all that. But like, I'll eat your asshole a little bit. Is that okay? Like,
Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if you eat enough cinnamon butter, you don't even have to clean your ass beforehand. I don't give a shit.
I bring some with.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be melted butter by then.
Slap it on like that. Yeah, dude. And I always say that like when you have sex with someone for the first time, we should as humans have like some kind of a like agreement form to where it's like a menu and you go and check all the boxes of the stuff you like and then they give you one, you give them yours, and that way you know what's on the menu for tonight.
Right.
That way, and I always like if I'm getting involved with somebody like an actual relationship, I'll be like, well, let's just talk about sex. We don't have to like have something like be like, tell me what you're into and like let's make sure we're compatible. Or like if we're getting to that point of having sex, it's more like it. I'll be like, well, let's like what are you into? Like, and they're like, oh, I just want to see how you fuck, and I'm like, I don't care. I will fuck however you want.
That's another thing.
I just want to fuck.
I love to find new things in the bedroom when I'm with someone. But don't make me fucking Christopher Columbus this shit. You can like lead me down a path. You can give me a hint or two.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Give me some pointers. Like point me in the right direction here.
Like when people go to climb a mountain, they get a map.
Exactly.
Fucking help me out.
If you hire me to build the cabinets in your house, tell me where you want them.
Right. I'm not just gonna like hope they're going up in the bathroom.
Don't complain about not coming when a guy goes down on you if you didn't tell him where to lick. If you didn't tell him where it is.
I always want to think like
show him where the little man in the boat is.
When there's someone bad at it too, like I hate that instance and the guy you dated beforehand. Like, fuck that guy for not doing this beforehand, because now I got to have the awkward conversation of you're bad at this.
It's like you're a cook at a restaurant and you come in for the afternoon shift and they left everything a fucking mess here. It's like, you didn't even do the dishes. Nothing.
You couldn't wipe down the cutting board.
You didn't spit on her clit once, dude. I hate when girls tell me like, oh, I don't get off from people going down on me, and I'm like, no, it just hasn't been. Like, if you don't want me to, whatever. Obviously, your body, your choice. But I'm like, I'm basically a lesbian.
I'm pretty good at it.
Okay, I can lead an orchestra with my tongue. Okay, that's
gentle
why,
chaos.
That's why I call it eating it from the Bach. Okay, it's the classiest pussy joke y'all are ever gonna get.
That was amazing. I loved it.
Never gets anything on stage, but I think it's. I'm like, I have the smartest pussy eating joke. It's like so good. Like,
I'm the king of eating pussy jokes.
But I seriously, I am like really good at it, and Like I take it as a challenge when she's like, "No, it doesn't work for me." I'm like, "No, it hasn't worked for you yet."
These guys were thinking about fucking you already.
Yeah. Give me a shot, coach. Put me in.
I need a little bit of time because I forgot to get a blue chew. So
yeah, exactly.
Give me some time.
I got a vamp for 25 minutes.
I got a riff.
Yeah. Let me riff on that puss. I was
Doing
looking at the
crowd work
episode
on your
that
puss.
riffing on the puss.
I don't know if we can do that either.
Yeah, well, it's America. We can technically. They'll just fuck us. But
It'd be so worth it.
even the joke. It's an old joke that I didn't do on the special. I haven't even done this joke in forever. I was just talking to you, thought about that eating it from the box. But I think it even starts with like, it's. I give advice to all the women. And I'm like, look, I'll mess with the crowd and be like, I love doing this club all the time. There's always a lot of beautiful women here tonight. And like, before I get into this next joke, I just want to say, sorry, I don't know what happened tonight, but thank y'all for coming out. And I'll just kind of fuck with them a little bit, negging the women.
Of course.
And, but I'll be like, no, like, there's a lot of beautiful ladies here, obviously. And let me give y'all some advice. I know all beautiful women on this planet have that large guy in reserve. Like, if everything goes awry, he'll pay your rent or whatever.
He'll pay your rent, and he won't judge you for what you eat.
Yeah, and you won't date him for whatever reason. You're not attracted to him. I get it.
He's
I
nice to you,
understand that. It's like he's at Six Flags, but they won't let him in. All right? I'm like, do me a favor. Go out with this guy once. I'm not saying you have to fuck him, but go to one dinner and put your phone down. Get to know this guy, and then when dinner's over, let him go down on you.
Right.
Just let him eat your pussy, and if you're not
He's
convinced...
fat for a reason. He's good at eating.
Exactly. I was like, let me give you 3 reasons why. 1, he's still hungry. 2, look at that body. This is his Rocky moment. He's been training for this his whole life.
He's been climbing stairs waiting for this.
He's been up and down the stairs waiting on this. You don't know. You don't even understand how he eats a peach.
He does kiss push-ups against the mirror. He's licking it.
Kiss-ups. He's doing kiss-ups on the mirror. And the number 3 reason he should let a large man go down on you is because the only thing you never saw coming is yourself on Fatty's face. There you go, ladies.
There you go. And he's already going to be always worried about you looking down on him.
I want him to look down on me. April Macy had a great joke about it where she say that we look like alligators in the water down there when they're going down on her. Yeah, I always thought that shit was hilarious.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Because, when you're getting a blowjob from a chick, it's hot. Like, they look good looking up at you. I look like this. I look like Harry Potter didn't make it into Hogwarts and got sent to HVAC school.
Well, they can just look up. That's fine. It's fine. I don't care. The lights,
I'll look straight into your fucking pubes.
For me, the lights are off anyway. Okay. And not for them. That's it's for them. I don't care like what I want to see.
Right.
But I don't want them to have to see. So it's their choice. Their body. Their
we turn
choice.
the lights on, or are we just gonna hit doggy style? Is that it?
Yeah.
You want to look at the wall?
I got a bad knee. We're not gonna hit doggy style tonight.
At least not for long.
Yeah.
You
got to try for a little bit. It's the you got to work through the hits.
But you got to go through the Captain Morgan pose. Like, you got to go leg up.
I've done that one too. Yeah, that one's good.
That one's fun. That one's nice. And
my favorite. It's the side lane spoon fucking.
The slip and spoon.
That's my favorite.
So easy, and then we can immediately go right back to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I was just gonna sleep here. I'm already
It's the closest from sex you'll get to just masturbating because you'll immediately go right to bed.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, I'll cuddle you for a little bit. Come on.
Oh yeah, until my arm's numb again. So
yeah, and then
fine.
I got to roll over, and then you're gonna get mad at me quietly.
Hopefully it's quietly. Yeah.
Well, right now we just started dating, so it's pretty quiet, but I can tell there's some disdain when I roll over.
Well, yeah, it's you. So
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I just figure everybody's annoyed with me at all times, and nobody's really enjoying whatever I'm doing. So living like that, it's always a bonus because I'm like, if they're not being mean, at least they're holding their anger inside right now.
Yeah, she's got she's a sourpuss. If she's not being mean, I'm doing something right.
Yeah, there you go. That just made me think of a couple exes ago. I dated this one chick who had no flavor to her pussy. None.
Like water.
Like, it was like licking an elbow. It was like I was just licking skin. And, like, come home from work, nothing. I'm like, why don't you go jog around the block or come
fun.
back? Like, I like pussy like I like my music. I like it funky, baby. Like, give me something.
Exactly. I grew up in Texas my whole life. Everything is seasoned.
Yeah.
Like, I need something.
Leave it to white women. Can't even season pussy, dude.
I don't like water. Who the fuck likes water?
Yeah. I don't like water. I just drink it because the government tells me to.
Right. Because if I don't, I'll pass out again because it's a little too hot outside and I still sweat like a fat kid.
Yeah, I'm about to sweat right now, dude.
That's how I usually know.
Have you passed out from water, not having water before?
Oh, a couple times. Mostly from football, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of it. I used to get really bad like migraines to the point like it felt like my head was pushing my helmet out and like moving my helmet in and out.
Yeah,
And
like it's breathing almost.
And I know now, especially that I'm probably autistic. I'm not taking that test on purpose.
Everybody's autistic, dude. It's a spectrum, so we all fall somewhere on it. Everybody, back in the day, it was retarded. Now it's autistic. Whatever, dude.
Whatever it is.
And here's the thing: I know what it's from, and nobody. I'm a quack. Whatever, a fucking conspiracy theorist. It's from the milk. The milk that we had, they tried to make titties bigger faster, and they just made us all retarded. That's what it is. The hormones they put in the milk.
I like this one. Blake is very dead set on it being vaccines, which it could be, but that's a little too.
It could be vaccines too. Yeah,
it's a little too political for me to get into.
It's a lot of reasons. It's a retarded storm that got us here, dude. But everybody, and I'm sorry to like run bits on it, but this is a story I've been trying to like work on stage. But
who gives a shit?
So when I was a kid, and I was born in 82, so I mean this is like 1987, 88, something like that. I had a speech impediment. I couldn't say my R's. I would say, instead of like world or girl, I'd say woiled or goyle. I had that thing, which is I'm half Mexican, so I was like, can't roll my R's. I can't even fucking do them. They're all W's.
Did you ever have someone tell you what that is, or is it just like something that happens? Because a lot of kids have it now, especially.
Yeah, it was just a speech impediment. Because I mean, I took speech classes and like. I can say my R's now. It's no problem. But I remember my dad took me to the doctor, and the doctor said, this is what he said. He goes, oh, yeah, he's got a little tard tongue. That's what a medical professional, a man with a medical degree, 12 years of school, told me I had tard tongue. And my dad looks at him, he goes, what, he's fucking retarded? Nobody got triggered.
Just his mouth.
Yeah, he goes, no, just his tongue is retarded. I was like, well, I have a retarded tongue? What are you talking about? And like this doctor used to play golf next to my house, not in a golf course, just a field with a bigot in it swinging a golf club. That's all it was.
He just thought he owned everything because he kept
tongue.
Tard tongue.
He would just show up in fields and hit golf balls and tell people they're retarded. And I'm like, that's an awesome life, dude. Shout out Dr. Brett M. Thacker. I bet he's dead now, probably. Or maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, it was either that or like if I had asthma when I was a kid real bad. So I would get, like infections in my chest and stuff. So I'd have to go to the doctor a lot. And he always called it, oh, you got the crud again. He called it the crud. I was like, what's the crud? He goes, you like coughing crud up and spitting it out. It was crud. You got the crud. And I'm like.
Called it lung butter.
Yeah, lung butter, yeah. Yeah, but still, tard tongue. And I'm like, the story does okay. I've done it a couple times on stage, and it's done good a couple times, and another couple times it was like, people liked it, didn't like it.
They just hear tard, and you're like, I don't like it.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, if you're triggered by that, then, I mean, it's okay to be gay. It's no problem. Whatever, dude. It's fine.
Yeah, I had one that would, like, piss people off because, did you ever hear the restaurant bits? Or the restaurant story about me working at Breadwinners? One of my first days there, part of the bit is I got hit on by a gay dude. And the way he hit on me was he walked behind me while I was prepping veggies, and he said, just so you know, I suck the best dick in the restaurant. And I turned around, and I found a bald, fat man named Francis.
I kind of believe him.
To
look like that and offer it out, it better be fucking good.
I trusted him. I believed him. He and I became friends. We're still friends on Facebook, I'm pretty sure. But I did that at DCC, and at the moment, they did not like it because it was sexualization of a child. I go, no, it's sexualization of me. Like, this isn't just some thing I made up. This happened to me.
And I'm still a child.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a 24-year-old little toddler. You gotta hold my hand through this shit. You can't fucking ban me.
Dirty little gutter slut pig fucker something.
Dirty little gutter slut shit pig.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
I wish that could be the name of the episode too.
I used to have this joke. I guess I still do, but it was what pissed the crowd off, and it never made sense to me why. Because I talked about there's a few relationships ago. I talked about like breaking up with my girlfriend. I'd say I finally broke up with her. Felt like it was the right time. I came home and she already took all her stuff and my dog. Mm-hmm. So I was like, we should probably break up now.
It was mutual.
But I talked about she would always do that thing. Like, we picked out this dog together. It was my dog. I named him. It was my Chihuahua, and I love Rico. I miss that guy. It was an awesome dog, But I'd say she'd always do that thing that's kind of annoying that women do, like, oh, it's my baby. This is my baby. And I'm like, I mean, you didn't birth the dog, you know? I mean, you might have slept with a big dog, but you didn't birth no pup, lady, which would sometimes get a laugh. And I'd say, you know, on some level, I kind of believed her, though, because her and the dog had the same breath. And the crowd always gets weird with me. I'm like, fuck y'all. Y'all are my friends. You don't even know this fucking dog stealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I dated her. I had to deal with this problem. You didn't even have to deal with her breath.
Yeah, exactly.
The dog is cool, at least. He wags his tail at me. She's a bitch, and her mouth stinks.
Oh, the dog was awesome. You could point at him and go bang, bang, and he'd like roll over and play dead.
That's fucking cool.
But I will say, when I take him in the car, he'd always be like all over the place, which was fine. But at least like 3 times in a row, his dick would drag across my straw. and I'm driving with cotton mouth. And then I'm like, well, I'll just pop the lid off. And then I like hit a bump. And twice it happened where I spilled my whole drink on me. And I'm like,
you were going to say he ripped it with his dick?
Because of your dick. Yeah. I should have just sucked the dick straw. I should have just, yeah.
Sometimes you just got to suck the dick.
Sometimes. That's just life, man. Force you to do what you don't want to do.
I had to dog sit for a friend, and I was going to a mic, and they've also got a small dog. It's like a rat terrier or something like that. One of those small, like Chihuahua, basically. That's
what he was. It's like not the tiny, but it's like
like an extended version.
Yeah, almost like the Taco Bell dog, but like a little longer. Yeah.
And it was the same thing. He had to run back and forth across my seats until he would get comfortable. But the only place he would get comfortable was his 2 paws. One paw would be on each of my balls, and his paws would be up against the window.
Yeah.
And like I'd even move him and like, all right, I get it. Okay, all right. And I'd move him up to my thigh and he'd reset down on each ball. I'm like, how is this sturdier? Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I have a spite dog now. After that relationship, I went and got the dog she always wanted for myself to post it online and make her mad. And I love her to death. But she's a Chihuahua Yorkie. She's a Chorkie. So she's like a little Chihuahua with Yorkie hair. She's a permanent puppy. She's beautiful. Everybody loves her. She's such a cool dog. But whenever I take her in the car, she wants to stand one paw digging into my nuts, the other one right here in my belly digging in, and then
softest part of my underbelly tissue.
Yeah, dude, digging in with her little fucking claws, and she runs all over the car. She won't stop crying. She can't get comfortable, but then she'll get comfortable. But she wants to ride on my shoulder like a parakeet. She will literally like climb up me, scratch my ear up, and scratch my arm up to get up here, and I have to just let her because it's the only place she stops crying and will stop moving. It's like I have a parakeet on my shoulder, like a pirate, like a new age pirate. It's so ridiculous.
I could just roll down this window and throw you out.
Yeah,
I love you.
I'm an animal lover. I never would, but I'm always worried about rolling the window down, which she wants me to, because she's like 6 pounds. The fucking window catch her and throw her out.
I've always been like, I've never understood people that have their dog's window all the way down. You're like, even if he's the most well-behaved dog, you don't think he might do it once? Jump out the moving car?
It only takes one time. Right. I'll roll it down, but I like hold her belly while I'm driving, and it's like such a pain in the ass that I end up not taking her so many places anymore.
Yeah, you know, I had a dog that was a pain in the ass, and it was back when I had the truck, so I could put her tied up to the very front of the truck bed.
Yeah,
and she was a very well-behaved dog. She was spastic as all hell in an apartment, so that was a problem. But
was it a blue heeler?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a really smart dog. She ate 4 TV remotes, so she was kind of a bitch.
Yeah, she sounds smart.
Yeah. Yeah. So here was her one thing. I kept calling her smart. She was a dumbass, actually. But she did one smart thing in that when the sound of my Xbox turned off, she would get in her kennel because she knew I was going to bed.
Yeah.
So I always said she was smart. She's just trained.
That's Pavlovian.
Exactly. That was what I said, is I could Pavlovian trade this dog, but I can't get her to stop eating rocks.
Yeah.
And she was tied up in the middle. Like, I couldn't think she had enough rope to jump out of the bed if she wanted to. I'm driving and I look out my rearview mirror and she's just hanging from the side.
Oh no!
I was like, oh my god!
Yeah.
And I'm pulled into someone's front yard, but thank God it's the country, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm so sorry, my dog is choking itself. They pulled an Epstein. I was like yanking it back in the truck. I'm just getting out of there before I get shot by some fucking cracker in a mobile home.
Oh, dude! And the blue heelers. My brother had one. My niece has one. I like blue heelers, but they're nuts. They're super loyal, super smart, but they're also nuts. They'll do daredevil shit like that.
Yeah.
And good thing she was tied up because she would have fucking bounced off the road. And
shit. Yeah. I was going
knows?
40.
Yeah.
Like, I thought she'd be laying down. No, she's just chilling, just hanging off the side of my truck.
Yeah.
Just smiling at you.
Yeah. This is fun.
I love you, Dad. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I almost killed you. Everyone thinks I'm a bad person. You're just dumb.
She was trying to come. That's why she did it. She wanted to come harder. She loves Kill Bill so much.
She was a big fan.
Yeah.
The 5-finger exploding heart technique couldn't work on her.
I wonder if that's real. I wonder if you could actually.
You know,
The body's weird. I bet there's something. Maybe not that, but
there's some Eastern holistic medicine that I never used to believe, and now I kind of do.
yeah.
Like, I went and got acupuncture one time when I had a stuffy nose because they said they could do it. I'm like, you know what? I don't believe you at all, but go ahead and try for $50. Why not? Immediately, I had a sinus infection for 3 months, no snot. For, like a couple
It's weird.
weeks at that point.
It's so weird.
And just because you stuck a needle in my face?
Dude, when I sneezed my back out, like I let it go for like 4 or 5 days before I did anything about it, and I went to this massage place that was just near my house, and
Nice little wishy-washy?
Asian lady gave me Asian lady gave me a massage, like $40, whatever, $50, and it was good for a few days. And it came back, so I went back to that same massage place. Like, and before I went at night, I went during the day, and it was a different Asian lady, still older lady, but just a different one. And I do the massage, and like 15 minutes in, she leans over, she goes, "You want to turn over?" And my fat ass was like, "Oh shit, they got like apple turnovers or something." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah. I want to turn over." And I'm laying there. She goes, "No, turn over." And I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And then she jaded me off. And I didn't stop her because I was like, you know what? She knows what she's doing here.
Do you have
it
the
doesn't
location
feel
saved
wrong.
anywhere?
It's right by my house. Yeah, I do. I'll send it to you.
There you go.
And
My back hurts really bad right now.
Dude, I was like, I got to tip her for this, obviously. And it costs more. It costs a lot more.
You might have to help me because my back hurts a lot. I can't roll over, but you might have to grab my dick and use that like a handle.
Milking table. Just milking table, dude.
That would be nice.
I legit had the thought of like cherry or apple turnovers, and I was like, "Oh, she's gonna jack me off now." I was
That
like,
would
"Oh,
be
okay."
delightful.
I didn't even ask for that. But I mean, of course, I'm a gentleman. Again, I'm not gonna stop her, so I let her do it. And honestly, my back's felt fine ever since. So if my back goes out again, I just gotta have somebody jack me off.
It's that old Tom Segura bit about loving nursing porn.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, your big dumb balls are full. Get over here. That's why your back hurts."
Yeah.
I had a buddy in the military. He was getting a handy at the rub and tug place.
Yeah.
And he said he was just about to come. And all of a sudden the old lady whispers in his ear, "Show me a sperm, big boy." And he was just like, "Nope, nope." And he fucking
Dude,
left.
I'm starting to swell up right now. Keep talking, dude. I'm about to bust.
Keep talking to me like Enter the Dragon. I'm in.
Oh, dude, fucking exit the dragon right now. And I've been to bathhouses where you go in and then like you basically you bang a hooker. It's sex trafficking. I realize that now.
Right.
I didn't know.
Everything's in hindsight at this
I
point.
thought it was like she clocks in, she bangs some dude, she goes home and makes
Sex
a
work
sandwich.
is sex work.
You know, it was like
then,
everybody.
sex trafficking
power
is
to her. You know, I mean,
Right.
more power to you. But it's weird, and they're like, I won't tell you where or anything because I'm not trying to, But it's weird because you go in, and usually it's like you walk in, and it'll be like in a strip mall next to a donut place right by my old office. And like you walk in, and it's just like a room, and there's a door that's obviously locked, and there's a window, and the lady after a few minutes will come out, the madam or mistress or whatever, and they'll be like, "What you want?" And like you tell them or whatever, and I instead of like trying to speak in code, I was like, "I want to fuck someone." And it was like I was like, "What do you got?" And I was like, "Oh, you want a massage?" I was like, "I want someone to massage my dick." Yeah. They said, "Okay, come."
Pump that up.
And they always try to give you whoever's available or the ugliest one. I'm like, no. I was like,
I'll wait.
Let me look at the menu. And like you pick someone, I'm like, no offense, like you're wonderful, but I'm not gonna pick you.
Yeah.
But
I'm coming here. I'm not picking the hand food. I'm going for the steak dinner.
yeah, exactly. I didn't come here for the fucking fish special. Okay.
Who wants
I
a
want the
cucumber
special
sandwich?
fish. Yeah. So they take you in a room, and the girl that you're gonna do comes in, and they'll like, "Well, wait, what do you want?" They tell you the price, all that. But then they give you a robe because it's a bathhouse, still a bathhouse. They give you a robe and tell you to take everything off, and they give you some like jail slippers, basically, and they take you in the shower room, and they literally plopped me down on like a massage table type thing, and it's like the you've been in the back house of a restaurant, where they wash dishes and they have the thing that comes down. They literally they give you a bath, but they spray you off like you're a fucking dirty pan that just made bacon. And she's literally
You dirty little gutter slut shit pig.
Exactly, dude. That's what I felt like. That's perfect way to sum it up. But they would wipe you down with a rag and like clean you up. And I know they're also like checking your dick to make sure you don't have sores or anything. Which, thank you, please do.
It's sore, but
Yeah, it's gonna be. But she's literally spinning me around this table, going woo woo, and I felt like a fat fidget spinner just on this table. Like, it's all wet and slippery, and she's literally spinning me like a fucking
pig on a rotating rotisserie chicken.
It's kind of lazy and it's kind of very Asian, and by that I mean efficient, because she literally got me hard and put my dick in her hand and then spun me with the other arm. And it's like she's jacking me off without having to do this. And I was like, this is kind of awesome.
I never got to sit and spin before. This is great.
I was the sit and spin, dude. And then like
I told them to sit and spin.
Exactly. And then when you're done, they take you in the room and then you bang them or whatever. And but it's weird because there's like a two-way mirror and you're just trying to think about it. But in my mind, I'm like, there's like some Yakuza over there with a fucking automatic gun in there. He's going to come and smack. If I'm like rough, he's going to come in. Because I did smack her ass because I forgot where I was. I was like in the moment. And she goes, oh, don't. That hurts. And I was like, oh, sorry.
Lo siento.
And I was like, don't lose your train of thought. Just, you're paying for this. Make sure you come.
You don't have to be nice. You don't have to hold off.
That's one story I want to do on stage, but I know it's like the crowd has to be on my side before I can even start that story, dude.
That might be a closer.
Yeah, that's something that's like, let's take a long shot here.
You're gonna have to really like me.
The fat fidget spinner, I was like, I feel like a fidget. I was literally spinning all the way. She had me like really, I was getting dizzy at one point. I was like, all right, stop. I was like, stop.
Just turn on the bird music again. Just let me sit down for a second.
Dude, every time I've been to one of those places, they play the bird chirping,
all get the same
Tranquility Forest Asian music. And now that stuff gets me so hard, dude.
But on track number 4, that's my favorite.
Yeah. Track number 4, and I won't make it to 5.
Oh, man. Well, I think that's a good stopping point because I'm sweating and I also really have to pee. But
I got to pee too, and I need a cigarette, and I'm gay, and all kinds of stuff.
Will you go ahead and plug up your social media so people can find you at home?
Yes, please come find me. At Mikey B the comic everywhere. Go to my YouTube. Special's already uploaded. If you go to my Instagram too, in my bio, there's the link. It's also on my story on Facebook. It's everywhere. All my stories everywhere. But it's also on my TikTok. But go to my YouTube. Go ahead and pre-save it now, and you can click on Notify Me. It comes out 10 a.m. New Year's Day. You're probably going to be hungover or not out at work doing anything. Just watch it. And if you don't want to watch it, put it on, let it play, go in the other room, play it on your phone or something. I don't know. Just
like it first, but
help your boy. Yeah, like it, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. But at Mikey B the comic, I post all my dates for shows and stuff on there too. I'm booked. And at the Open Mic Podcast, Mike. That's same everywhere. Whatever platform you want to find us, you can just Google that. We'll take you wherever you want to go.
Awesome, man. And then y'all at home, go ahead and follow me at pbailey_comedy and Dingbat District Pod on both Instagram and TikTok. We post a new episode of the podcast every single week and new clips every single day on YouTube. So make sure you like and subscribe to that so you can always stay caught up with that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Oh, before I do that, January 18th, I will be at DCC for Pete Young's Dark Nights of Comedy, so come check that out. And then February 21st, I have the second stint of Laugh It Off, my storytelling show at DCC as well, so come check that out. And then there's more dates to come from there. But other than that, thanks for watching another episode.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. And real quick, if you want, I can send you a clip from the special to play here at the end, beginning, wherever you want in the episode.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Know.
If you're cool with that, we'd love to do that.
Yeah, sure.
Can we put that at the front of the episode so people...
Whatever you want to do.
Because hopefully at that point they see that, go watch your special, put it also on pause.
Yeah, give them a little taste.
Exactly.
It's like a Coke dealer. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you came here to promote the special. Why not just promote the fucking special?
Yeah.
Because especially because I forgot to promote it.
I didn't stop trying. I'm still I'm on board with that. Yeah, please come watch it. Help me out. Help me have a career. I need out of this life. My mom's 78 and I just moved her in with me. Help me get enough money to get her own place. Come on, let's
solidarity,
go.
Brother. That's...
dude, yeah, it's great. I love it. I got a new 5 to 6 minutes out of it so far, so
it's material at least.
Yeah, at the very least.
That's why you date crazy women. Well, thank you so much for coming, buddy.
Thanks for having me. Bye.